So today is the start of a brand new series for the channel, and I want to try it out, see how well it does. If this gets like a solid 1,000 views, I think I'm going to continue it every Friday. So we're going to look back on possible moves that the Yankees could have made in the past. I could go as far back as you guys want. So do me a favor, if you guys have any suggestions to what you want me to break down, what you want me to talk about, please leave a comment down below so I have more ideas for this series. But for the first episode, I thought it would be really fun to talk about Sammy Sosa and the almost trade. The trade that almost sent him to the Bronx, which is absolutely crazy to think about. This happened way back in the year 2000. So listen, Sammy Sosa, back in the day, during this time, was awesome. One of the best slugging outfielders in Major League Baseball. 2001, Sammy Sosa hit 64 home runs. So if the Yankees acquired him in 2000, it was, I believe, June 28th, June 30th, was around there, 2000. If the Yankees acquired him at that time, they would have had a slugger for at least 3 to 4 years, assuming that he performs like he did in Chicago, which you think he would. He would have been surrounded by really great talent in that lineup. Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada. The list goes on. So Sammy would have been surrounded by really good hitters in that lineup, and you would think that he would produce from 2000 to 2004 at least. Who knows beyond the corked bat, the steroid use, who knows at that point? I don't know. But at that point in time, he at least would have been super productive for the Yankees. So why didn't the move happen? Well, number one, I'll explain this first. Sammy Sosa, the reason why the Cubs were going to move on from Sosa at the time was because they didn't want to commit to Sammy beyond the year 2001, and that's when his contract was going to expire. And they didn't want to give Sammy $100+ million. The Yankees were willing to do that. It was just, okay, what prospects do we part with for Sammy Sosa? And it's very interesting to look back and look at the potential deal that the Yankees wanted and also what the Cubs wanted. So the Yankees originally wanted to part with 4 players: Ricky Leday, Jake Westbrook, an outfielder's last name is Melian, I believe. And then the Cubs had the choice to pick between Alfonso Soriano or D'Angelo Jimenez. That was the package. The Cubs, however, wanted 5 or 6 players from the Yankees. So the Cubs love Soriano. So they wanted Soriano from the Yankees. They wanted Leday from the Yankees. Melian as well. They wanted him. They wanted Alex Grahman from the Yankees and 2 other players. They wanted a total of 5 to 6. Yankees said, no, absolutely not. Price is too steep. We'll go elsewhere. Imagine if the Yankees acquired Sammy Sosa and gave the Cubs essentially what they wanted. Let's say the 5 or 6 players. Listen, Alex Grahman, Melian didn't really turn into much. Soriano, obviously, future all-star. And it looks like this trade would have caused some crazy domino effect. Listen, we would have had that all-star production from Sammy Sosa from 2000 to 2004. That crazy, insane production from Sammy. One of the best outfielders, offensive outfielders in baseball at the time. Like I said, he hit 64 home runs in 2001. But if we acquired Sammy Sosa, what would have happened with Alex Rodriguez? Would we have acquired A-Rod? Because Soriano, the big part of that deal to get A-Rod, would have been with the Cubs. So we wouldn't have gotten A-Rod. Maybe they would have culminated some other deal? A package of players to get A-Rod in 2004? But moving Soriano really raises some questions and says, hey, would A-Rod be our third baseman in 2004 if we parted with Soriano back in 2000? And then also, Jason Giambi. Would they have signed Giambi to be their first baseman for the 2002 season? Would they have committed that money to Giambi after committing money to Sammy Sosa? And it's really interesting to see the domino effect of what would have happened if the Yankees acquired Sammy Sosa. Like I said, the price was way too steep. Yankees didn't want to do it. At best, they wanted to part with 4 players. And the Cubs said, no, we want that 5th or even 6th. Yankees said, no thanks. So what did the Yankees do? You guys know. They acquired David Justice. They parted with Leday, Westbrook, and another player for David Justice. It turned out okay. He was a big impact bat in our lineup for the remainder of the 2000 season. 2001 season, I believe 18 home runs. Not that great. We traded him, actually, after that year to the Mets for Robin Ventura. So if you look at Justice's 2001 year and Sosa's 2001 year, if you're just looking at home runs, Justice hit 18, Sammy hit 64. It's hilarious. Just the words coming out of my mouth is insane. But that's what happened. This is wild to think about. What could have been, right? It would have been wild to see Sammy as a Yankee. And he could have had 4 to 5 really great seasons with us. It would have been fun to watch. And we would have had that stud bat in our lineup. My goodness. But hey, we won the World Series anyway in 2000, and we almost did it in 2001. So guys, listen, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe button if you love Yankee content. Thank you all for watching. This is Joe, and until next time, signing out.